The following video was pre-recorded on twitch.tv/codedman9000. More information on the stream times at the end of the video. Previously on Stone to Space.
For the start of Chapter 3, we went to Kerbal Space Program to learn how to make rockets so that we could explore the stars for a new home. We began playing on career mode while not knowing anything about what we were doing. After doing some research off-stream, we then moved to the science mode with newfound knowledge. We went to both moons, created communication networks, planes, science missions, a space station, and then ended the game by traveling all the way to Duna in the Antari ship.
After arriving at Duna, our ship the Antares fell apart, causing us to land on Duna and mine its resources so that we could fix the Antari ship. We unlocked various buildings, and also different types of science. After fixing everything but scanners on the ship, we then left the planet behind us as we continued to travel in space.
Hello and welcome to a Twitch Plays Along series called Stone to Space. Today we're in Chapter 3, Space Travel. Today we are playing Oxygen Not Included.
So this is our sauna. We built it up a little bit so that it at least has some buildings that we need. We were going to try and put our water filtration stuff here, but it already got too hot for that, for Cobalt. So I just decided to delete everything, except for the pipes and stuff. They're still building it up. We're still trying to get igneous rock so I can do the remaining temperature shift plates. That has an error because they haven't built those pipes yet. It actually says we can't get to that. Ah, that explains it. Put a little ladder right there. Actually, just to keep it with the heights here, we'll put a ladder there. So we are waiting for both the aqua tuners and the volcano to warm up all this water. It'll turn into a lot of salt and a lot of polluted dirt. Things in here are able to off-gas. Let's get this bleach stone. And eventually this is going to become steam and then we won't have any issues. There are other gases mixed in here if we take a look. We have hydrogen, polluted oxygen, chlorine, and carbon dioxide. These two right here, the chlorine and carbon dioxide, are going to be pushed to the bottom. The polluted oxygen and hydrogen is going to stay up the top. So I'm going to be using a room method to get rid of the air. So I'm going to create a room, let all the stuff go up into it, block it off, open it up, and then we will be introducing a lot of heat to this area, but it should be fine. So long as we don't build anything that requires a colder temperature. And right now, it's just water pipes and gas pipes. So there's really nothing out here that needs to not get melted. Like, there's nothing we have to prioritize not being melted. We're going to be doing the same thing with the chlorine and the carbon dioxide, just down here somewhere. Once the water's gone, we'll figure out that. But for right now, it's going to be in there for a while. It shouldn't cause us any issues. I mean, if anything, it just doesn't heat up quickly. I'm actually looking at temperatures. So over here, it's only 50. And over here, where the volcano gave off, it's already at 90. So maybe it does warm up as quickly as I want. It just doesn't transfer heat fast. Now, we do need enough of this water to be turned into steam for us to be able to use our metal refineries in order to make more steel. Now we do, if we need steel, we do have this refinery still set up, and we'll make occasional steel there whenever we can. Now there is oil still over here, so they did not put in all the oil that they could, which just adds down to the fact that it couldn't get over here. So we'll let this run. Why do you say you still can't get stuff? They can only build 2 tiles away from them, so this should be not buildable. Maybe it'll change once the ladder's built in, but either way. I'm gonna tell them to build that before anything else. On other hand, we did get the remaining research, or we're at least trying to. We're waiting on radiation science. And we'll have the solid filters, and we can set up all of the automation within our base so that our dupes do not need to do anything. So, that's what we have planned for today. I don't need to go cobalt hunting, although we do have a way to get more cobalt once we build ladders. What else? We're getting more cobalt out here once, you know, again, we build ladders. We set up our automation for all of our incubators. So maybe we should go through and do all of our conveyors for the base. It's going to use a lot of cobalt ore, because that's what we're going to be using. So I'm going to start with stuff coming into the base. So if we start right here in the middle where this ladder is. Is that where I want to be? It actually looks like I might want to go somewhere else first. The conveyor system in this piece of the base is the most complicated. And right now... Okay, now I can see where the belt goes. Alright. We're actually going to be starting here. So we're going to have... conveyor rail going there. There's a belt that goes this way, there's a belt that comes this way and goes down on the left. And then there's another belt that goes up here and connects into a bridge. Oh, is that coming down? That might be why I'm getting confused. Oh, it is a downwards rail. I'm looking at a rail thinking it's going up, and it's actually coming down. Okay, so let's put in that there. This goes here. And then on this side we have confusion. So there is a bridge here, and then there's a bridge going the other way, going that way. And then I'm assuming they're connected together. So you are this one, so that goes in like that. And then it would come here. Over here is going to be a conveyor loader that connects right into that. I might sneeze. I'm waiting for it. It's like on the verge of about to sneeze. It went away. Okay. So next we're going to do the conveyor rails from all the critter ranches. And we have conveyor rail going like this, supplying food to the Sweetles. I know that for a fact. That's the... Actually, that's not the only thing. This is actually for the hatches, probably. And then the next one would be for the Sweetles. I went right here. That's Sweetles. This is for hatches. This one here is all of the ranches coming down. Then they go one tile here. And then we get into complicated stuff. We have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sorters. And they all start pretty much here. And it all goes to this, goes up. Whoop, not diagonally. Goes up that way. So right here we have to go every other 2 belts. Because the conveyor sorters are 3 spaces away. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. And then we have another 8 on the bottom. Whoops. And this goes to that one, not in the same line. Let's cancel this. The next thing is connecting all these conveyor rails together. Now, we do have this getting connected into there, I think. And the reason why we have stuff going over this to then go onto it is for priority. So what this is going to do is stuff coming in from the top, because there's something coming down here. I just don't know where all the bridges are going to be yet, so I'm not building that yet. There's going to be a thing coming down from the top, and that goes into a 50-50 split between whatever is in this bottom portion picked up by the auto sweeper here. That goes in here, and then anything coming from outside the base gets bridged onto it when we have space. And then it goes into here now. All of that, what I just said, gets bridged on after everything from the ranches. So the ranches are prioritized here. Now, this is all these sorted items coming out. We need to be able to connect them all in, so we'll put all of these belts here. This is the end of a conveyor sorter. This is the beginning of it, so they're just getting bridged in. And then we need that there. And all this is doing is sorting the different eggs. So it's all 16 of these are the 16 different variations of our 6 critters. They filter all in, well, they take out all the different eggs, and then they send them up to our starvation chamber, or I guess our drowning chamber. Everything else goes into here and crosses over, and then goes into sorters that are going to be right here. This is for food-related stuff. You know, phosphite for the sun nymphs, igneous rock for the hatches, pips get fed by trees, Dracos get fed by trees, sulfur for the sweetles, polluted dirt for the oak shells. So we're going to continue going to the right, because if we go to the right we get into the more filters, which then gets up into the complicated stuff way up here. So why, okay, there we go. For a second it wasn't merging in. Now this line comes all the way over here to this wire. The wires are actually at the midpoint for what things get sorted out, so we can actually go like this and follow the wire. Now there are bridges right here at the end of these cables, because there is going to be a bridge, not a bridge, there's going to be this right here, and this is everything that is not sorted through. It's going to get deposited into our debris storage. Let's see what's in here. We could get puffed eggs. Let's get a couple puffs just in case the ones outside die. Now these are eventually going to be moved. Once they give an egg, it's going to be moved up to here, and so on. I should look at the temperature because the glossy Dracos are not being fed. I think it's just down to the plant itself not being cold enough, or it's all the conveyor rails. Maybe the cobalt ore we're bringing in is too hot. That is the issue there. That is hot filtered water coming into our toilets, which then transfer to heat. So we definitely want our steel stuff brought up. Now the issue we're gonna have over here is that this volcano is probably gonna go dormant after 2 more, maybe 1 more chance. So we might actually have to build a little sink here so that we can get into steel production. We'll think about that later. The reason why we're focusing on this mostly is because we need steel to make hydrogen generators so that we can keep this running. But anyway, let's continue with the chaos here. We now have the conveyor sorters, which are going to be made out of cobalt refined metal. So that's all of the sorters connected together. Let's put all the bridges in for them going up and over. The bridges are being made out of aluminum ore. Can I look at it, please? That's... Yep. I had a feeling. Wait, can I change what they are? No, I have to deconstruct them and then rebuild it. They are not a building. Okay, so we have 2 going up, 1 going down, 1 going to the left. I'm gonna leave that there so I remember that we have it. It's the only reason why I'm keeping the icon. Usually I get rid of the icons right away. Alright, so we were doing the bridges right here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now we get into complicated bridge over bridge stuff. So, if we're following this line, it goes straight into here, but we need some bridges to get over there. So the white portion goes right here on the tile. Then we have a bridge here going up. Then we go up to this, and we have another bridge going over, which means we need a bridge going down. Then we do another one going up. Just making sure before I place it. And then another one going left. So to go over, going from the bottom, we have up, left, left, down. Then another up, left.
What are you doing? Why are you crying? What?
Mama was meowing. Okay, so we should be able to connect everything in now. So this goes there, this goes up and in. I want cord going down, and that goes straight in there. This one goes up and in, as well as keys in with something else. Now, I'm a little confused. I'm guessing it's just a 2-way split. So we're going to need more bridges over here facing this direction. And it goes over... Oh, it goes over this cord. Or, belt. So it ties in there, goes over here. This belt goes up here. And the reason why I was confused is because we have a sorter starting right here. So these get connected in, but this visual T-junction is blocked by the building, so I couldn't tell. And then they both go over here. And we don't know where else from there. So this goes up to here, keys into that. This connects to that. This gets connected in. Oh, I think I know what that conveyor rail is going to. Let me follow it. It's up, over. Wait, what? Is that an in? Am I looking at the wrong thing? No. It is something supplying, not a fertilizer. What did I take? Oh, it is a fertilizer. Okay. The fertilizer's for pincher pepper plants. That's what this bottom line is going to. So whatever it takes, we sort and we give it this way and to the right. But then this is going to get backed up. We'll get to that later. Hi, you. What you doing, paintbrush? You want to lay down? Come on. Not on the keyboard. Come on, come on. I don't know what she did. Stop it. No cord. I think she may have taken a picture. What are you doing? Are you asking me to lay down on me? that what you're trying to do? Yeah. I think she wanted to lay on my chest, because yesterday I laid the chair back. And it looked like she was looking for me to do that again. Anyway, we have a total of 6 lines going up now. Which is what this whole confusion thing is going to. This gonna go all the way up to here for right now. And let's see how we're going to put all of this together. Because every ranch only has one conveyor loader. It's that middle cord. We actually don't need this one. If I can get to that. This can be deconstructed. We made this out of aluminum, didn't we? That's fine. We'll leave it there. I don't feel like destroying that tree and putting it back. Why does it feel like we were focused on aluminum there? Anyway, continue this going up. Because every ranch is the same for this exact reason, for me to just copy and paste it. Alright. Cord number 2. Right here. I know it's not a cord, but I'm gonna keep calling them cords. Goes up to the hatches. And goes to right here, where there is then a dropper. This needs to be disconnected. And then I need to cancel everything else right here. Congrats, Gino, on catching the bird. Now, all of the eggs are going to come down right here. And the cat pressed the button. So right here is going to have to be a bridge, because how else are they going to get the food into the hatches? There we go. Now we take... Oh, everything goes up to this level. Okay. This goes up, over here, in... That's the end of that line. We'll bring all 3 of these all the way up. And now we have to put in how things are leaving this area. So we're gonna have a conveyor loader, or an auto sweeper and conveyor loader here to take out anything that needs to be moved or sorted through. We're gonna bring it straight into there. This is gonna come back up. This is gonna come up. There's gonna be another auto sorter right here. Or conveyor loader, I mean. Is that filtering that? No, that's not remaking it. Okay. Over here on the right is going to be a few conveyor loaders. One goes straight up into our freezer. The other one brings sand into this area. I think, but it looks a little odd. Not actually. Listen here, paintbrush. You come over here. I needed to see this. Okay, so that is going to be a white square, which I'm guessing is right here. And then we have another conveyor loader here, which bridges up to here. Ow! And this goes down. Don't know where that leads to yet. But we need to grab a bridge. Put that there. Now we continue on to our food. Conveyor loaders right here. This goes like that. We already put in the stuff for there. There is a bridge up here. We'll put that in for later. That's bringing food, I guess, from auto sweepers in this area for our stuff to come down, back down. What else have we done? Paintbrush, what are you doing? Huh? You're on the keyboard again. Good morning, Gino. That's okay, we didn't do much. What? You really want to lay on my chest. I don't need— oh, you guys can see her. What are you doing? Okay, some things over here is going to be different. We have a conveyor loader right here going up. But then it looks like it's bridged on the wrong side of a bridge. Unless it's both bridged in there. Oh, that's our dupes bringing food. So that's going to be the only thing that dupes are allowed to give food into, and then it goes up in here and then gets sorted out. Over here, I'm guessing, is another conveyor loader, but it looks like it's a dropper. Yeah, it would have to be a thing that drops food, because it has a weight square like this. Still have forkins? Yes, I do. We haven't really been trying to get rid of them as much as I probably should. Let's go straight down. So this line here is for polluted dirt and rot. That's why it's right here, because there's going to be stuff brought over to here that gets put in there. What are you guys doing? What are you doing? Alright, I probably should not have this paused. Alright, next thing that is getting supplied to a ranch is stuff for the shine bugs, which is this line here. So now we can go like this. Put in the last bridge. Output for conveyors. Is that the last bridge? It is not the last bridge, because we need to bridge over the food for the Sweetles. Which will be right there. Which is also this line. Now I'm going to temporarily put a line right there, because I don't know where our other Sweetles are going to be for our food. Our grub fruits are going to be outside the colony, and we're going to be supplying sulfur to the Sweetles that are in there, as well as for the plants themselves. I just don't know exactly where we're going to be placing them. So now we get to see everything that's up here. We'll go like this. And that's all of our cobalt. Now you are playing with the curtain, and you're gonna get sprayed. Are you playing with the curtain? Are you playing with your sister's tail? And you're just stuck in the curtain? I think that's what's going on. So I'll let them go for a little bit. Now, since we ran out of cobalt, we're just going to jump over here to our solid filter, which actually takes ore. I didn't know that. I would have put them in first. Well, we got some of our conveyor rails done. Now, compared to what's going on down here, the conveyor rails should be put in by someone else, so there should be, like, 2 builders at this point. You haven't given off anything yet. I am going to... I didn't put in these yet either. Alright, let's continue this up for as much as we can. Now, I only have 9,000 igneous rock. So I can put in a whole 10. Let's not do this then. We'll wait. I probably should, since we can see most of the upper area of the base, probably should tell them to just start digging the whole thing out. So if we use this little bit of igneous rock that we have left, this was going to bother me if I didn't do it now. We're going to take this and use it for ladders to go all the way up. So that's a level, this is a level, that's a level. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These guys need to die. Probably why we didn't have as much cobalt as I thought we would. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 5. Deconstruct that one. Deconstruct those. A kitten eating my cord, and they ran away the moment I went to grab for the bottle. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 4, 5. 2, 4, 5. 2, 4, 5. And we can't see anything until we get up in here. So let's just dig that out. Put a handy dandy ladder right there. It's another one of these buildings with the brain, I forget what they're called. Make a dupe stronger, better. One of these. It's right there. There's two right next to each other. So, while we're here, we might as well get Gino digging out what he can. I used up all of our igneous rock, so let's not do that. And instead, there's cobalt right there. We definitely need a ladder right there, but we don't need these ladders. We don't need these ladders. We don't need these ladders. They're not going to deconstruct all of that, but I'll queue it up anyway. My cat turned getting squirted with water into a game just to get the attention. That is why I don't use water. I use, I don't know if I showed you guys. Actually, let's just show you. This is what I use. It's for electronics. It's just air and a bitter detergent so that they don't like eating it or so that anyone doesn't like breathing it in. That's all I do. It doesn't hurt them, it doesn't make them wet or anything or irritated. It's just an annoying burst of air. Alright, I really want this to go off, and we still have to wait another cycle. I wonder if while this is something I haven't tested out, like game mechanic wise. When you overheat polluted water, it obviously turns into regular water in the form of steam, and it turns into polluted dirt. Now, up here, we don't have a full tile of water. So when this gets filtered out, will we, in a way, have less water in terms of height? Because obviously this isn't a full tile either. And then all this is polluted water. So it's... I think the water level is going to drop the more that this gets filtered into clean water. I can also drop it a little bit more by getting rid of these gases. Is that important enough to do right now? It might be. We'll put them in. There's also a few Pacus in here that are going to die at some point when they get overheated. Let's check in here. We should probably also do our first blueprint of the day. So let's do our prediction. Is the pile in the top left corner going to be clothing, buildings, decorations, or wallpaper? You have 10 minutes starting now. And I'm going to have a couple Skittles. So because of it being almost Halloween in the US, they have large containers of candies. My mom got her large container of peanut M&Ms, and I got a container of Skittles. There's also a Glaceon in chat if anyone wants an Ice-type Eevee evolution. Eevee has 7 evolutions, all being different types, and Glaceon is the Ice type. Alright, let's do some priority stuff. I want all of that stuff done soon. These tiles are not important, although they might choose to build them in while they're working in here. These ladders going up are also not important right now. That's just to get up here. Now I'm going to be making the top of the base somewhere around this level, I think. Hi. You want to come lay down again? Hey. Come here. Come in. Gotta get away from the keyboard. You keep pressing buttons. What are you doing? Leave the phone alone, miss. Come here. You're just sitting on the table now. Hi. What? Alright, you're trying to eat the cord, so that's going behind me now. What are you doing? What are you looking at? Hmm? She laid down. Alright, can I see the top of the colony? Are you licking the medicine and doesn't taste good? Ow, yes, that's what she did. She just used her claws to jump off me. If I look at this, this might show the top. No, it doesn't show the top. That just shows 4 levels from here. What about this picture? That's below the base, never mind. I don't know. They are focusing in here now, which is good. What are they building right there? Oh, temperature shift plate. And we have some more steam, which is getting further up, so the heat should be getting trapped in here a little bit better. It's obviously going to take a while to heat up everything over here, but it is working a little bit better. We also do have a lot more igneous rock now. And it's working on compressing all of this. Would steam touching water help the water turn into steam more than a gas being between the two? I don't know the answer to that. We also now have cobalt ore, so let's build in the remaining mesh tiles before I build anything else with it. And did they finish all of the ladders? They did not come over here. Was that changed? It was not. What? There we go. Okay, we changed that to a 6. I must have just did the cobalt that's right here. There's no cobalt in here, but there are some slugs, so if we want to ranch them later on, we can get them out. What are you doing? Are you going to choose to lay on me now, or are you just going to jump off later? Hi. What are you doing? Hmm? She definitely wants to lay on my chest. You're going to fall. There you go. Alright, what else are we doing? All the cobalt inside the base. I think we need to continue hunting down more cobalt, and I don't think there's another biome up top. This should be like 3 cubes of it up here. There's got to be another biome right here, and I don't know what it is. It looks like it's this one. Which is another cobalt biome, isn't it? Yeah, it is. We could make our way over there. Let's do it from right here, just so we can see what's in there. Hi. Oh, they can already get over to it. Cool. Is that igneous rock? It is. Sweep that up so it stops off-gassing. Since we have a little bit more igneous rock, let's continue this all the way over so that we can dig out and deconstruct everything that's up here. As much as we can. I'm gonna leave the tiles underneath the machine. What are you doing? Are you trying to find a way to get up on the table? You are. Willow is going to trap herself. She kind of already has. Unless... Oh, she trapped herself right there. There's a kitten eating the end of the cord. Willow. Make a ladder right there. There's gotta be igneous rock or something near you. I see Regis is trying to save you. Alright, if I take a look at this, what fertilization does it need? Oh, it needs phosphorite. Okay. I was not expecting phosphorite for the fertilization. More igneous rock, okay. Tiny bits up here. So Regis and Willow are pretty much our 2 builders. Regis should be focusing on all the conveyor rails though. Tiny bit confused on why they're not doing that. We do have a little bit of cobalt, and up here is a saltwater biome, so we don't need to go in there. Can you tell that you're sliding? Yeah. I kind of want to get around the polluted water. What are you doing? Where are you trying to go? I have no idea what she's trying to do now. We are going to... Oh, wait. If we let the water out, it just goes over here. Let's get in there then. And then we'll go up like this. No, we won't. We need to get rid of that slug. So if I go in here, we can kill the slug before we dig out any of the cobalt. What are you eating? You eating the blanket? Alright, we have the prediction ready. Whoa, builder. We do have 500 calories of food. I think we take the other builder. Let's make sure we don't already have 2 builders. We do not. We do have Daughterly with all of their cooking and carrying. Our rancher is finished. Meep is also finished. Who is not... Oh wait, we only have 18 dupes. This is the only one that doesn't have improved carrying. I think we take the builder. Right, in terms of schedule, we're gonna take the builder. So if anyone wants a dupe, we do have another one now. What are you eating? You are eating the little fuzz on the blanket. Little weirdo. So we now have a Marie. You are slowly falling off my lap, little one. Let's also do the prediction. Is it going to be clothing, buildings, loot decorations, or loot wallpapers? I keep wanting to say blueprints for some reason. It is clothing, so congrats, you're getting your 50 points back. And we'll do another one in a little bit. About a half hour, maybe. Okay, what else are they doing? We can probably tell them to prioritize stuff over here. Did they get into the biome with them? They did, and they're eating iron ore. So let's go over here and just... ding ding that. And I feel like there was a second one. Or was there only one? I don't know how long it was open, so I'm looking around. Looks like there was only one, because there's iron ore right here. They would have traveled all the way over to this. Because I can't get to here. Why isn't that Paku coming over here? Weird. But alright, we're gonna come all the way up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's where the ladder has to end. We cannot dig all of this. We'll have to put a ladder. That's fertilizer. Thought that was cobalt. So let's just extend the ladder out in one tile. Right here, we can dig out all of this now. And I'm also going to dig here so we can get to this swamp chart heart. I also need to queue up all of this to be dug. And also tell them to put a ladder up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is here. And we want to make sure that we can get all of the stuff on the left. Let's just put all that building on a 6 so they do that first before the ladder going further up. And then this will make more igneous rock in 15 cycles. That should bring us down to 30 cycles left before it goes dormant. So I think we get 3 more eruptions from this minor volcano. And somebody clawed my chair earlier. I'm gonna have to block off my chair again. I thought they were doing good. They weren't really trying to claw at this chair, but seems like they are now. There is a nimble in chat. A little tiny leap grasshopper thing. I was gonna say leapfrog. Alright, it looks like it's doing pretty good of cooling down the bottom portion of the water. It's a lot colder here than it is up here, which is the other end of the pipe. So the pipe should be going to the right and then to the left above the water. Means that right here is 20, and then over here should be a little bit hotter. We're actually doing pretty good. 29 degrees down here. What's it like up here? 32? That is a livable area. So pretty soon we won't even see that this is red anymore, because this is going to be in the green, and then this will be like a light yellow. This will eventually get cooled down. It's pretty much just getting cooled down by radiant temperature. The water cuts off down here at the batteries, so the batteries are going to be kind of cooled. But everything at the very top is not going to be cooled. How cold do they need this? 40? It's more than 40 up here? Oh wow, it is. 50 degrees. That could be partially due to this. What is the temperature down here too? 65. I think we're gonna have to build in a little sink for this to fall into. And I'm also gonna eat a little bit more Skittles. Oh, I bumped the camera. Let's bring that back. We didn't start putting Marie into their stuff. I need Meep temporarily right here. Marie, then Meep. Priorities, we need to go all the way down to the bottom. We need to set up Dotterly for cooking, and Marie for building. We also have Dotterly 2, which is available for anyone that wants to name a dupe. Alright, in terms of doing more belts, we do have a little bit right here within the shine bugs. This is a very quick one. There is a dropper right here and 2 conveyor loaders. That's the entire thing there. Let's also put in this, which does take refined metal. These are going to be placed on each one of these lines here. And then also right here on these, but rotated. Let's do the sorters before I get distracted by stuff down here. So all of these sorters are going to be to the left. all the ones on the bottom go to the right. Which also includes the few over here. There's a total of 6. And then we go back to conveyor loaders. So right here, conveyor loader going to the right. Then right underneath this tree is another one, which needs to be bridged together, not just directly connected. Like that. We have even more conveyor loaders. So there's going to be one here. And then, like I said earlier, there's 2 right here, which we can't place in. We can, on the other hand, place in this one. And all the ones up here. So there's one here going to the right. There's one facing down. There's one facing up. Which seems wrong. But we're going to place it there anyway. This goes downwards. We have one facing to the right, one facing down, which you can't place in. And this one facing up. Then we get into places we haven't put belts to yet, so I will let that wait until later. This, on the other hand, we're going to connect in. So I'm going to go straight up and over. This gets bridged over. This goes up one and then gets bridged into whatever this is, which connects straight up to here. This goes over to the door, up one, and bridges into a bunch of other stuff, so we'll leave that like it is. This, on the other hand, needs to have a bridge. Going straight across, because that is taking wood to our ethanol distillery thing. Another bridge there. 2 bridges facing upwards. That goes straight across. Oh, I see why I did that then. Okay. We're going to be coming back down to here later on. I want to work out everything on the left side of the colony, which is bringing this up to here. Starting here, we have a conveyor loader going over to the right, which goes all the way to this door, goes all the way down to this, and then over somewhere. Oh, right into here. So that's bringing in meat from this area, which needs another conveyor loader right here. Why does this seem wrong? Because this is wrong. Alright, let's grab another 2 of these. They're gonna go facing to the right. And then more conveyor belts. So right here is stuff going down, which I'm guessing is from the ranches of the other Sweetles, the other 2 Sweetles. Which is correct. So this is going to be a little weird just having them break off right there, but they are going to be there for now. Let's do the middle of the colony now, which we did mostly. So starting right here, we have a belt coming in from the right and connecting straight into our ingredient box. We have conveyor loader right there above the spice for some reason. This goes up, ties into there, goes up even further, ties into there. Welcome in, Redbeard. How are you today? We have conveyor loader In case you are new to our specific colony, I pre-made this colony, and now we're making it together. So what I'm doing right now is looking at a different screen for the images, and we're building it together. So this goes to here. Goes to there, bridges over. Next into that. Continues over to here. Goes down to here. And then up to there. Then I have a conveyor right there. All the way over to this. And again, 3 tiles in right there. Over on this side, it's right next to this. It's the same spots. Okay. This goes straight over, this goes up. Then I need a bridge, which goes down. Why would it go down? Oh, because it's going into here. Okay, so that's, again, this is our food collector. So they have a lot of food up here, like pickled meal that's just sitting here. What we're going to have in this area is conveyor belts on the left side here. We're going to be picking up the food that is not spoiled and putting it back into our meal preparation area. It's like thimbleweed seeds. The conveyor belts at the very top, we're going to be picking up polluted dirt and bringing it over to the pinch rows. Not too bad, just at work working. We were actually a tiny bit late due to me working. It was only about 2 minutes. That's all of them. That's the entire middle area filled in, except for this, because we have the rock crusher here. And I don't have more cobalt ore yet until we find more, so let's go and just build in the auto sweepers while we're at it. So, over here. Auto sweepers right there. And then, just like I said before, it gets mirrored on every single ranch. Over on this side, we have one there, one here, and one here. And now we need to get into the food-related stuff here. So this is going to be for bristle blossoms, which, yes, they do take water for fertilization, but I'm not going to pipe in any water because it's inside the colony. It's only for the shine bugs. So I need furniture, ceiling light. I put the default ceiling light in for these. We'll go like that and like that. And then there's going to be one like this right here, which needs a little bit of automation I forgot to put in. So we're going to deconstruct this one tile, grab automation, we're going to put this weighted tile in there, and bring this all the way up to there. And then right here is going to be another electric grill. Ooh, are these made out of cobalt ore? Yes, they are. Need to make sure about that. Alright, back to doing these auto sweepers. Should be all of them for the ranches at least. And then on each one of these cords, that covers the entire area and picks up any meat. That if you haven't noticed before, when an egg cracks in here, the shell goes on the left side of the incubator. Which is why this does not reach over to the right side, because there's never going to be something over here unless a critter dies right there and there's a little bit of meat, but that'll be fine. It's also able to come in here and pick up the eggs and place it into the incubator, because again, the tile that is used by the incubator is on the left side. So it would pick up an egg, put it in there. We have this one doing the same system for these eggs, puts them in there. But then they're all able to reach their respected area for meat. Conveyor loader for meat. Right, let's go down to the middle. I have auto sweeper here, auto sweeper underneath this tree, and then an auto sweeper underneath this tree. And just to make sure they can reach everything, that goes to the conveyor loader. So does that. And that covers the rest. Up here at the trees, we have one right here and right here. One here. Oh, we have the vent in the wrong spot. So let's grab... That's not vents. High pressure vent. That's gonna go right here. And then these, once I get to it, I'm gonna connect over into that. Alright, I think it's time that we actually deconstruct these. Oh, that did everything. Hold on. Cancel all that. I only want to deconstruct buildings, never anything underneath the building. These wires, I'm not sure what is needed and what isn't needed yet. Actually, I can see what we don't need. We don't need that one tile, or that one thing. Let's grab this. Flip it over. Auto sweeper turned on its side, goes right there. I put in a door right here. And we'll come back to this at some point once it's built in. Actually, Willow's already done it. But she didn't build this yet, so I'm going to put that on a 7. And all this door is going to do is prevent gases from escaping instead of getting picked up. Not going to prevent it from being filled in or anything. Just waiting for Willow. I suppose she is not coming yet. We have another auto sweeper right here. I'm going to flip it up that way. And then we have all the auto sweepers in the kitchen. So there's one right here, there's one rotated right here, there's one right here. There's one over here on the side of the oven. And there's going to be one here, but this needs to be set up for our refrigerators first. Right now it has 2 buildings that we don't need in here. In terms of our kitchen areas, or dining areas, we only need 1 conveyor loader for both, or auto sweeper. And then we have our medicine room. They don't get any conveyor loaders, they just get auto sweepers to take stuff out of the buckets, which are going to be placed in. And goes in. Actually, we can place them in now. We don't need it to be made out of steel. If I just go ahead and place in all the trash cans. They should have all... They don't have any of the automation. Alright, let's go to the automation line and put that all in. Everything is going to have a knock gate. Why is the knock gate not up here? I get that it's with all the other, like, coding stuff, but I feel like they should be up more instead of at the bottom. But anyway, that's my rant for today. Not gates on every one of these storages. And then connect them all in to the places they're going to be connected to. Ah, this one goes down, this goes up. This one gets connected into this and over to here. And it's connected there. So what the smart storage is going to say is that when the storage is full of the respected medicine that it's getting, stop making more. We're not going to worry about the dupes bringing stuff over here to put them in, but the auto sweepers, I guess, are for taking this medicine and putting it directly in here. That should be all the stuff we need built. We actually do have one more thing of research we could do, since it shouldn't require radiation. We can do this right now. That'll unlock us the clothing refashionator, which is the last item we need to place in here. Do we have the arcade machine? Probably furniture, right? We do not. Arcade's up top with food, I think. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's down here where I was? I'm pretty sure I just looked in the wrong spot for it. And we already have it researched. Because I'm looking at everything I don't have researched and I'm not seeing it. Yeah, I have it researched, I just don't know where it is. I thought it would be a station, but it's not a station. And I thought it would be in furniture, but I don't see it in here. You know what, let's just make sure I have it. Arcade. Oh, it's with the memory toggle. We have that. We don't have that. I just didn't see it right there. Okay, we'll ignore it for now. We don't need the memory toggle for a little bit longer. Alright, so that is all of the automation we need. The rest of these things are for our food, so let's go back into conveyor rails. Because there's going to be a little bit of a mess here. We have a tiny bit of cobalt that I can do this with. Right here is going to be a bridge section going in here so that it has a direction to go in. We're going to have food coming in from a farm going here and then going down into this area. Over here is our stuff coming up and out, so we'll have to figure this out later on. Which is why I'm not tying anything into that bridge. Okay. What are you doing? Oh, there's somebody underneath my bed. They're playing with their sibling who's under the bed from outside the bed. Alright, so following this over, we're getting into the remaining ranches. So let's do all the conveyor loaders and stuff first, because I think we don't have enough cobalt ore to do this. Auto sweeper here, auto sweeper here. Nope. Had it one tile in too far. And then it should be mirrored right here as well. So there and here. And we have right above this drop station are the emptiers. We have conveyor loader, which goes like this and like this. Let's do this amount of line because it shouldn't take too much. That goes over to here. This goes up and back out. This goes up over here and gets dropped off right there. That all takes cobalt. I can't put the bridge in. We're also gonna have an auto sweeper, not auto sweeper, conveyor loader up here underneath the vent. And now we need more cobalt to finish up this section, which is going to have quite a lot of lines going through it. The bottom 4 floors of bedrooms all have lines going through the floors. So there's stuff going in and out over here. A lot of it is coming from where the farm is going to be. Because in the previous place, I had the farm right here. Is this opened? It is opened. That's still vacuum. Okay, so this should be getting progressively overheated as the cobalt volcano goes off, which is going to erupt in half a cycle. This, on the other end, has another 8 cycles to go to. We have the refashionator. Place that in right there. It's the only thing we needed that research done for. We do have the comfy bed. We don't have any glossy Dracos. Actually, we do have quite a bit of plastic. What I'm gonna do first is the ladders. 1, 2. That's all of our plastic for right now. Which means I could have did this first and had that entire line done, but oh well. This is where most people are walking. Can I put in bristle blossoms? I cannot. I don't have any. I am surprised. We could get a second decorator, which would be allergic to floral scents. I think we'll go for an arbor acorn, because the decorator is not really important. We do, since we have the decorator completed, we should do sculpting blocks. Hello. You come back to lay down again? Let's look at research and make sure we have the blocks. We do not have the blocks. I want that block. What are you doing? Where are you trying to go? Huh? Where are you going? Did you just walk around me just to get back onto me? You little weirdo. What are you doing? Hi. Where are you gonna lay down now? I put my arm down, now she's curled up in my arm. Hi. Alright, and the thing that keeps popping up down here is the fact that we're getting more cobalt ore and then using it immediately. What happened over here? So it looks like they grabbed everything that was up here. Where else could there be another biome for it? That's an oil biome going pretty high up. Let me look at a different picture that should have all the biomes sorted for me. If we take a look at this biome here, what color is that biome? That color is green, which would be here, 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 and here. That makes sense. So if I look for that color somewhere else... Oh, it looks like we have another radiation biome somewhere down here. So we might get lucky and see some bees. Okay, oil biome. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There was one here. We dug it completely. Oh, no, we didn't. It's right here. We should have 2 over here. We do have 2 over here. Okay. So I found where we're all going for the remaining cobalt. But what I wanted the most was this. And this time we're going to be making it out of granite, because this is for a decor bonus. And with these built in, this will become a great hall instead of a mess hall. Do they have to be decorated before it's counted? Minimum is 32 tiles. So we'll be able to tell immediately when this turns into a great hall. One fancy decor item. The statue should be a fancy decor item. Oh, this doesn't have the recreation item, so it would be these two rooms turning into a great hall first. Okay. How much salt do we have? So I'm thinking about getting rid of the rock crusher. Table salt, we have not that much. Actually, I think 1 gram is how much each dupe uses. Well, look at that, they put the new statue we got during our streams. This is Hippopotas in chat. It's probably also time for us to do the next prediction. So in the top left corner, in the blue pod, is it going to be clothing, buildings, decorations, or wallpaper? You have 10 minutes to decide. What are you doing? What? No, they don't have to be the same statues in each room. But if I could, I'd like them to be different than the ones next to it. Oh wait, would this mean that this is the next? It is a great hall. Look at that. So I'll just deconstruct those 2 doors. And if I could get another statue, you could have 1 statue instead of having a double statue. I'm waiting for them to finish this last statue so I can delete the doors. There we go. That should give them a nice morale bonus. It also gives us a little bit of cobalt back. I now have 2 kittens on my lap. One is on my arm. The other one is actually on my lap. Alright, cobalt ore, we have 5 tons. Almost 6. They're digging somewhere. Because that number was going up. Still going up. Where are they digging cobalt? I have no idea. We'll ignore it for now. Let's go back into doing all of this stuff. If I zoom in now, we need to put a drop right here. Conveyor sorter right there. A nice little bridge right here. Two bridges going over that. And one right here. Which is actually off by one tile. So we can cancel these two. Connect you in, you over. Bring this over and up. Those go up. Not like that. This goes in. And does a halfway split between these. Which we'll have to put some ladders to build those. These go all the way up. One of which goes up here and then goes into here somewhere. Oh, it must be sand. And we're out of cobalt again. So there's probably a drop thing here. They also put in the high pressure valve, so we'll deconstruct these. Cooking or operator with super hard digging. Can't do building errands. Bad mechatronics engineer. No thank you. Let's check our skills. We have another builder there. You just got all of your skills. You just got all of your skills, literally. You don't get a new hat. You just got your next skill. Okay. So we're really only working on Marie now. My arm is getting very tired holding up this kitten. Let's go in this area and dig out all this cobalt. Right here. I'll do that, and I guess we'll just go over like this. That'll probably be the easiest way to get to all of it. We can dig those two tiles out, and then it can get down. So Gina's going to dig this tunnel, these two spots so they can get everything down here, but then also dig all this cobalt and build the ladders. We will also do this. And if I dig this out correctly, we won't need ladders. Same with right here. And all of this. I don't know where this mud's gonna fall, so I'm a little cautious of digging that out yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's actually our layer. Even more coming down here. We should be getting relatively close to the bottom. I just do this. we are getting relatively close. That rectangle, in terms of height, is probably 2, maybe 3 biomes tall. Alright, let's see if we can finish this out. Before I forget to put it in, let's put this in here. Grab a bridge, put that right here. And we're gonna grab more conveyor rails. So that supplies the food for the critters. This is all the way to the sorter. We have this going up, over, up 4 rooms. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Then it does this, and that is the food coming in from our farms. Then this goes up, bridges over, and goes to the right. Bridges over again. Goes out and up. So this needs to go up like that. This needs to go down. I'm gonna cancel that for right now. Okay. Right here. Oh, this is for the wood. That makes sense. This goes over and then goes down. This whole line should be going all the way up to the wood, but I will only go to right there for now. So I have a feeling we're going to run out of cobalt before we get there. This way. This way. That way. This goes up. Down here. This goes all the way over here, which is where the wood goes. Goes down to where our ethanol distiller is going to be. Connects into this. The kitten got off my legs. So now we only have 2 more spaces to do. We go all the way up here. We did not put in the power for it, but we can at least go like this. And auto sweeper here and here. Conveyor loader right in the middle. And then connect these in. I had a feeling that was going to take all of it, that's why we did it last. Oh, and I also used cobalt to bring the power up and in. That's fine, these aren't even growing anymore. I need to find a way to move my arm. So I'm going to take a few seconds. Put this pillow right here. That way I don't have to hold my arm up. You guys can't see her, that's unfortunate. I feel like I'm hiding her from you. Okay. So now, what are we waiting for? I guess it's really just for them to build everything. Yes, rock. We have 21 tons. We can do some more temperature shift plates. The next one will go here. That should be the right amount. And that's it. There is a Flareon in chat. That's Gen 1. Oh, I don't have it. This might be the first time it's been in chat. Can't reach the camera, guys. Am I talking too quiet at this moment? No, I'm not too quiet. There you go, you made it over. I had two kittens on me again. Made by Regus. Don't know how I did that, but I changed the scene with a keyboard. Oh, Gino, I don't like you anymore. Caught the Pokemon and I didn't. That's not right. Oh, we never finished the power going over here. Alright, this is pretty easy. That's it. Alright, so these are going to be set up for Critter Egg. I want a Glossy Draco. Regular Draco. And there's going to be a bunch of hatches. That's regular. Sage. Stone. There's a fourth hatch, I don't remember what it's called, and I think I can't put it here until we have discovered it. So we'll skip it and we'll go all the way over here. This will be Pip. We don't have a Cuddle Pip, so I'll leave that empty. And then we have all of the Shine Bugs. Shine Bug. Sun Bug. Royal Bug. And then we skip all the way over to here. This is going to be Grub Grub. And the one to the left of it is going to be Sweetle. The rest just don't get discovered until later. Let's do this. And get some more Hexalin Fruit. We have a prediction ready to go, so let's see what we're gonna get. That is a decoration. Fancy Bug Ceiling Garland. In terms of something for Christmas, we're actually pretty close. I mean, we're only 2 months away, right? So unfortunately, Gino, I am stealing your 50 points. Let's check skills. She doesn't need any. And now we get into here. So this goes to the hatches. That needs to be igneous rock. This is phosphorus. This one is sulfur, which we don't have, so it's probably not gonna let me do it. Nope. Alright, this one here is polluted dirt. This one here, I have no idea because we didn't build down there. And this is wood. What would I be transferring? That goes far down the line. So far down, I can't see where it goes. So we're gonna ignore that. They did a lot of the colony immediately. I do want to see how much plastic we have at all times for now. Looks like we have 300 more. Are you guys ready for food? If you're awake, you can get food. Alright, chat, let's take our few seconds of break for feeding the kittens. I'm going to save the game just in case I forget to do so later. The headphone back on? And let's keep going. They did get up further. We should probably go up even more than that. If I look at this, will this tell me where I built the top of the colony? It does tell me where I built the top. Okay, so we need to continue this ladder going all the way through the oil biome, which is going to give us more igneous rock. Let's do this. Somebody comes up here very quickly. At least I hope they would. Here comes Gino to save us. Oh, we're gonna get more stuff. There's 3 lockers right here. Thank you, Gino. Now we can dig through this. So let's inspect and rummage. Inspect and rummage. Inspect and rummage again. It looks like Abe's coming for the first one. Nobody's coming for the second or the third one just yet. Slicky is coming for number 2. Hassan is coming for number 3. What do we get in here? We got a snazzy suit. A second snazzy suit. Let's see, we have Dotterly, our next name's dupe, and then we'll go down to Hassan, and we got a third snazzy suit. Look at that. Gossman. Then the last 4 should be all new dupes. Okay. It looks like nobody put any points into the third and final prediction. So instead of opening the pod, I'm just going to close the prediction. What happened here? We didn't put on a suit. I guess I didn't click on the person. We'll do Daughterly 2 since that's the next named dupe. This needs to keep going up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like you did forget the vote, Gino. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We do have time. I'll start another prediction. Because we do have more than 10 minutes left of the stream. So if, in case there's anyone else here that forgot to vote, you now have another chance. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, that's not 5. That's 5. Oh, we got a thing here that makes zombie spores. They're in a vacuum. This is probably also exchanging heat. Yeah, it is. So a lot of our base here is going to get very hot. Very little of it is going to stay cool. And we're going to see a lot of hot pockets throughout the entire area. In terms of our sauna idea, it's not really going to matter. Oh, there's steam in here. Look at all that steam. Because this just went off. Oh, and there's sand. Need to get rid of that sand. It is staying hot enough in here now. I mean, the top portion is at 100 degrees. This might be enough to keep steam as steam instead of turning into water. I'm not sure. It's very close to just being water. I mean, it does have to warm this entire area up before it decides to stay at this temperature. It's also still warming up stuff here. Like this mesh tile is at 88.9, well, now 89 degrees. So not everything is warm enough. $17.2. We do have enough for 17. I don't think it's going to go 2 more times before it is dormant. I think it's only going to give us igneous rock once. 8 tons is only enough for 8 of these plates, so we'll have to wait until we get into... Whoa, what happened here? Oh, no power. Okay. Trying to think of how to fix that. I mean, these coal generators are connected in... How much coal do we have? That's refined. 10.8 tons. I think we need to just worry about getting up here. We could go looking for coal, though. There's some right here. There's that little bit. Dig that piece. There's more in here, which would take off a lot of our bridge to get over here. So I think we won't do that yet. What about over here? Can't grab that yet. We can grab this amount. Especially if we go up to here first. Anything else? We already dug into? Doesn't look like it. And that kitten finished that entire plate. Or someone else helped them. So give me one moment while I go pick up the plate. I will move you guys to being back at the carpet. Hi, you. What are you doing? Paintbrush just came over and started rubbing against my leg. Alright, I'm also going to turn off the light. I can reach it. There we go. I don't think we need that on. Are you coming over to lay on me again? I think that's what she's getting ready to do. Can't tell because she got distracted by the window. There is 4 minutes left of the prediction in case anyone else wants to get in on the action. Headphones back on. Is that cobalt? That is cobalt ore, but they can get to it. Alright, and we made it all the way back over here, which there is a little bit of coal right here. We get all of that. Igneous rock and diamond in here. Hi. What are you doing? What? You trying to play with my hair? Now she's laying down again. Wait a minute, why can't you get down here? Oh, this is 3 tiles high. We'll just go like that. There's a vanillite in chat if anyone wants an ice cream. Now, when we get up here, we're going to be getting the remaining igneous rock that we need. I am going to do a quick dig everything near ladder command. Let's also dig this out because I apparently didn't dig in here. And let's do the same command going all the way up as well. All the way up to there. That at least got Gino over here. What are you doing? What? Why are you crying? What? I heard her crying for something. No idea. Maybe she just didn't know where the kittens went. We can also cancel this. I don't know what plant was being dug up there, but there was a plant queued up to be dug. saltwater. Wait. Aside from power, do we have reed fiber for it? Don't know if we do. And this has gotten to the point where there's not enough suits. I don't know how to help this. We're gonna burn through a bunch of water just so we can get more hydrogen through here. And that should help us at least get our Atmos suits back. And we're already backed up. So we have both coal and hydrogen going right now, and we are not getting power back. Now we should have more cobalt to connect all this in. And as far as I know, we have all the conveyor belts set up for what we need right now. All the stuff that's left should be stuff going outside the base. That should be Great Hall, Great Hall. Major reserve. This will be nothing. This is going to be a room. What is going on here? Oh! I need this built in so that these can be stables. I did click on the plate, right? No, I did not. I clicked on the wrong thing. It's fine. Either way, it'll get built. Check skills. Nothing. Do I add in another hydrogen generator? I think I should, honestly. Let's grab more. This is third square, which would be there. And if I grab this, goes into the first square. And then if I grab automation wire, goes into the first square as well. So this, please do soon. How do I tell how much it's being used right now? Power consumed is matching power produced. And some of this stuff that's flashing on and off is stuff that doesn't run 24/7 once the backlog is gone. So, oh, what happened here? How did that even happen? What in the world? That was some very hot igneous rock that they just built in over here. So you're going to be disabled auto repair. You're going to also be disabled auto repair. If they break, there's our alarm. If they break, we're going to deconstruct them and then rebuild them. Wow, that really did superheat everything over here. Let's make this out of gold. And it looks like they cooled down enough that they're not getting overheat damage. So since my alarm did go off, let's do the last pod the moment the cycle ticks over. So it's after an autosave. And we have gloves. So I am stealing your points once again. Alright. So things that should be catching up. This would stop running if this was running full stop. We are, on the other hand, using a lot of water just to run that system. You should be close. No, you're not close. I was gonna say that volcano should have been close to off gas again. I need this built. I'm gonna put you on a 9. Abe is now gonna supply and build it. No, it's Dotterly. No, it's Hassan. Or I was thinking about being Hassan. Where is this gold getting picked up from that they keep finding it and then dropping it? I'm about to put it on an emergency. There we go, we have Dotterly building it. And Dotterly is not a very good builder. But our second builder, Marie, is now fully maxed out on the building. We just have to get them into super hard digging and then improved carrying too. Is Dotterly going to finish it before the end of the cycle? We also lost 200,000 calories. We definitely are not sustainable for 19 dupes. Properties, if we go down to here, we are now using 3.6 kilowatts of power. Oh, it's the Transformers. Oh, the Transformers were charging the batteries. I see now. What I really need is this middle one to start getting powered up. But it looks like it's not going to until these batteries are full. Which isn't really going to happen, I don't think. Alright, we're gonna have to build this out a little bit more. Not right there. And you there. Priority 7, all of that. Actually, let's just do a 9. Make sure that's done over getting food. This requires emptying. And that power is being used over here by something. Oh, the lights! Let's turn them off. We don't need them on. That light is on too, but that's because we didn't put the automation in for it. So I'm going to put that on a 7. We also have a few incubators running. We also have more plastic. 600 is probably enough for over here. It's not, but I was able to queue up the rest of that plastic, so when we get more, it should all get moved over. We also don't need these ladders anymore. Okay, for some reason we're putting in the generator before all of the power and automation. Let's disable auto repair on that. So now it's going to non-stop run, which I guess is actually going to help us because I don't think they're going to stop running. Okay, this is now getting power, or getting charged, I mean. So it looks like we might be getting close to that threshold of we're not using as much power as we're creating. I could also add in another coal generator, but we don't really have a good source of coal. So I think just having these running in the background is going to help us. They should shut off the moment that this gets above 60%. But anyway, this is where we are going to cut off for tonight. Let's get some fried mushrooms for sure. And then when we come back on Wednesday, we're going to try and finish building everything else we have queued up to be built. We're going to figure out somewhat... How did this get in here? How did a slug get... Oh, slugs can go through water. I forgot. We're gonna have to kill this slug. Actually, there shouldn't be any metal ores in here. It'll just die due to heat at some point. Nah, we're gonna kill it. We'll put it. Oh, this is where that second slug went earlier. Do you guys remember I said that there should have been another slug and I forget where it was? I think it died. Or it turned into an egg and crawled its way in. Wait, that should have dropped the water a little bit. Let's put another tile right there. So when we come back on Wednesday, we're gonna finish all this up. Hopefully finish up getting all the Atmos suits back. They should be getting close to starting those batteries now. We're at 31 out of 40 joules of charge. So once that is charged up all the way, we should start charging up the last remaining batteries, which will turn on the exosuit forge and all of our food. That's why we don't have food. Because we lost power for too long. Okay, that makes sense. So, like I've said multiple times, finish building, finish power, get closer to finishing the system here. We're probably going to have to drop this by, well, honestly, 2 tiles, just so that we can get the refineries working. Because this area has now gotten cold where there's no steam. So, let's zoom out. We'll take our usual picture, which is now making it super small. Screenshot. Save the game. Switch to our readout scene. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to catch me live, I stream on Twitch on Wednesdays and Fridays from 10 AM EST to 12:30 PM EST, and on Sundays from 10 AM EST to 2 PM EST.